So, today I'm going to build a rig, or start a rig for this character. One of the first things I want to do is, before I get started, I'm just going to include a jaw joint, something that I generally include on all of my rigs, and I just parent that to, in this case, my neck 4 joint. And eventually I'll have this animate the mouth using a controller. Now, one of the things I'm going to start with is creating IK handles, create IK handle, and I'm going to hit the little settings, and I want it to be an RPS rotate plane solver, and I'm going to click sticky, and now I'm going to click once at my hip and once again at my ankle. Ooh, excuse me. So, next thing, IK handle. Name your IK handle. I like to leave the extension as IK, so I know it's my IK handle. You don't have to do that, but you can name it whatever you want. Okay, so there we go. If you can't see your IK handles, display animation, you should be able to see them then. So there they are. Just going to leave it at about 2. Close. Okay. So now what should happen is that from this point, as I move down, it should stay at the ankle, and it is. Okay. So the other thing I want to do is, starting from that point, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start from here, from the ankle, and go to the ball toe. L, ball, toe, handle. Okay. And generally what I'll do to one side, I'll do to the other side right away. Rename it. Go ahead once more. And once more. So we're just creating sort of like this chain of IK handles. Now, what should happen is when we grab it from the root joint, we move it down, it stays locked, and that's exactly what we want. Now, move this, it should be working fairly well. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create something called a reverse foot joint, and we'll start by going to our skeleton, create joints, and we're going to start at the heel, go to the toe, to the ball toe, and then to the ankle, hit return. Okay, and then go ahead and put that in place, and what you're going to want to do is actually snap these joints directly upon your original joints. And make sure you're selecting the right joint. Okay. And rename them, of course, as well. So here, in this case, I'm going to select my mesh and add it to a separate layer, create layer from selected. Okay, so now I can just get in here and work a little bit easier. Okay, this will be my L reverse ankle joint. L reverse ball toe joint. L reverse toe joint. And L reverse heel joint. Okay, got all of those renamed, and from this point I want to, I'm not going to mirror it yet. Or actually I think this is new. Okay, just to keep me on track. Yep, okay. So, before I go ahead and start doing anything else, fix that really quickly. I'm going to make sure that I want to create two more joints. They're known as the bank joints in this case. Skeleton, create joints, and you can switch to a top view in this case. And I'm just going to go one here, one there, and go ahead and bring it down. Switch to your side view if you like. There we go. Okay. So and I need to make sure I parent these correctly. It's going to be the outside to be 1 second. That's not right. There we go. So just make sure you get this parented right. This, when I select my outer joint, it should, hold on. There we go. So make sure you get this parent system sort of, so the outer joint goes to this joint, and then this joint goes to the heel joint. So L, bank, L, okay. Now, okay, that works, and then that works. Okay, perfect. So these two joints are going to control the foot banking out or in. It gives us a little bit more foot control, and having as much control on the feet as possible is always a good thing. Next thing is L inner, L outer. Okay. Go ahead and go to skeleton and mirror joints and search for L, replace with R. Okay, good there. And I think I need to, okay, good. So the next thing is we need to parent these to the reverse foot joints. So that my left ankle IK handle will be parented to the reverse joint ankle. This joint, or this IK handle, will be parented to the ball toe. And this one will be parented to the reverse. They're all parented to the reverse corresponding joints. Okay. Cool. Now, same thing here. Grab these handles and parent them to the corresponding Okay, good. Alright, so they're all parented now to this correct joint. Now, if I were to select it from this joint, you'll see you get some good foot motion. Alright, so that's the scheme for the creating the joints. This is a reverse joint setup for reverse foot setup for your feet. We've got the IK handles in there, and we've got all the joints in there now, ready to go from the lower legs up. Okay, so I know the part that's a little confusing is this part. It should be, but it's necessary to get the movements that we need. So that's that, and yeah, so that's how we get our reverse foot joints put together.